Hello again, welcome to the Articulate Outburst podcast. We're going through some of the disregarded songs. Obviously we found my sound file on my mobile phone, which is my kind of my notepad if you like. And obviously we've said a few times that we got rid of social media, which I think is more relevant now than it was then, but for a multitude of reasons. And then also we got rid of Outcast, which became a different song when we thought we were going to be singing about something else, with a mixed bag of stuff. Some were going to be characters in the pub, some were going to be pretty much all characters in the pub with a few political songs thrown in, and then obviously we decided that we were a lot better looking at the political situation because it's just an unlimited amount of inspiration. As punk rockers always had political information. So, I don't know what this is going to sound like, so I do apologise in advance. So this is going to be quite a short stream, just because I don't think there's that much value in this, but people have emailed me and I've replied and I said I'd do it. So this is out the back stuff, probably highly embarrassing. So let's go. So this is, the dates on this are the, get my glasses on, 21st of June 2019, so very early in the band's development. Guitar sounds good to me. We're out of key there. A rare vocal there from the educator, getting in there. Actually, the guitars on that sound bloody good. Awful vocal. So you get the general idea there. There's definitely, you can see why we were pursuing it. It also had a different name, which were Breathe It In and Soak It Up. The idea being that social media poisons all our lives. I can't get away from you, you just can't get away from me. And it was a pull-push relationship with, well, I guess Facebook is probably the number one choice, followed by Insta and Twitter, where you're like, I think it's become pretty addictive, certainly for me. I remember stopping smoking about 6 years ago, and I substituted that for gazing at my phone. I'm not on my own, I walk around all day, I drive around all day long, and I can see people on the phones, most worryingly school kids going to school, constantly on phone. The amount of times I've had to put the brakes on because they're away with the fairies, they've not seen me coming. So I think that even in restaurants, you see people on the phone. So I really do believe that the long-term damage, obviously the experiment is running, who knows. And this song was about that. And it's you breathe me in, you soak me up, you breathe me in, you soak me up. And that's what the title was going to be. I've got a clip here also from the 21st of June called Breathe It In and Soak It Up. So this might just be the chorus on its own, I don't know. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we've done there is we've taken the chorus as an intro, and then obviously you poison all our lives. I can't get away from you, you can't get away from me, I will obscure your view. Yeah, out of key. You can't get away from me, I will obscure your view. And the repeated first chorus, I guess, repeating the first verse, should I say. I always think that's a little bit of a cop-out. that drags you down, I'm the one that funds your frown. Highlighted reels thrown together, others' lives look so much better. That's an educator line, is that? Awful vocal. Sorry. Great punk record. I'm not too sure about that. I think I'd sing it differently now. This is the embryonic stage. I've obviously not got any vocal experience prior to starting this band. So that's a disregarded song. It's always sat, because it was one of his first songs, it's always had a special place in my heart, really. But I think you get the general idea. I did hear, yes, it's here. We did an acoustic version, so we're on to the 24th of July now. No, we're not. My mistake. Sorry, it just says not great, so let's have a listen to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, definitely not. Sorry, 30th of July, it was good guitar. Not too sure it is good guitar, to be fair. This is the last one I'm going to play because I think we've all had enough. Dystopian version. That's the director's guitar, so obviously got as far as that. Actually, she might be worth listening to, actually, even though the song got binned. The guitar sounds pretty good. I think I mentioned it before on another stream that he used to use a classical guitar with her. So that's it for social media. I think that's probably been discarded for the right reasons. Looking at how it developed. So obviously, from our point of view, obviously I've got to stop saying obviously. It was pointed out in an email I received last week. The next one up is Outcast. Now this was about a guy in the pub that we know and love. His name shall remain a secret forever. And this was just a little bit of fun with him. But again, what I found out about this song, and I've got to say, is give me an indication about how to write lyrics. Really got the kind of the idea. So this guy is, how can I put him? We all love him, but he's hated by pretty much everybody else in the pub. He's an acquired taste by us. He's funny. He's acerbic. He's got absolutely no filter of any kind. A lot of people think he's weird. You've kind of got to know him, really, to kind of get him. So, Outcast take one, I suppose, is where we best start. So I'm assuming poor vocals. Again, apologies in advance. Let's have a listen. But what this did is it taught me how to write good lyrics about people. The lyrics do stand up. We just changed what the subject matter was going to be about. Right, we're recording. We're on. I'm coming on 4. Noah struggled with the vocal on this. So yeah, from a lyric point of view, that's pretty strong. Does not play well with others, always seeks to lie and deceive, always on the hunt for trouble. We all know that this is his disease. When we tried to help him, it's just a good lyric. I could never get that line right. Comedy in there. Okay, so we were also going to call this Does Not Play Well. So it was Outcast, but again, does not play well with others. Does not play well with others. Go back round it again, sorry. We try to help him, he just hangs up the phone. He's a local outcast, there's nothing that can be done. He can make or break a night and literally steal your fun. So you get the general idea. So that, I think it became something else. I think it became maybe became Communities or One More Camera. So that pretty much clears up the discarded tracks. There's another one here that says a Political Elite's new one. That could have turned into something else. Let's have a listen. Who are the political elites? They don't support my beliefs. Who are the political beliefs? I didn't know who this was, the by the by. That never got anywhere, and rightly so. We did another song that never got off, called Social Justice Warrior. I felt it should have been on the album because they get quite a lot of press. We never ever did it. I never wrote the song for it, but there's a little clue on here as to what I was saying. Let's have a listen. Heart is in the right place, don't you know? My colleagues on Social Circle will say yes, no. This is not what we all dreamed of. You really want to change the world. Everything you say is wanna know. Your heart is in the right place, don't you know? Etc, etc, etc. That's as far as it got. Yeah, that's as far as it got. That, as they say, is that for the discarded material. I'm just going back through the file. And everything else is a current work in progress. So that's us up to date with the discarded material. Thanks very much for your emails in. Much appreciated. Always a bit of housekeeping, ring the bell, press the subscribe button on YouTube. We're trying to get up to 70 YouTubers. I'm hoping to get it up to 100 by the end of the year. So let's see if we can do that. Again, if you can share it amongst people that'll find it useful. We're on a lot of groups, so not a lot of sharing goes on. If you could like the video, give it the thumbs up. Again, this is all to help the YouTube algorithms to get this out there. And we're going to go into some more interesting stuff at the next time. So I'm going to do song inspiration next time round. What is it that I hear, read about, study, that then involves me writing a song about it? The whole album, Unsafe Spaces, was pretty much garnered by listening directly to a plethora of alternative media, pointing out what the mainstream media failed to do. And there's been a kind of a massive growth in alt media, where I would say that TV had gone down more of a kind of left-wing liberal kind of channel, and I was looking for kind of contrarian views, people that didn't agree with that view, putting a different view forward. And then somewhere in the middle, my thought process is create a song out of it. So that's what we're going to do next. That'll be probably 3 to 4 parts, because there's such a target-rich environment. I think on my last t-shirt we're wearing a Thomas Sowell t-shirt. Thomas Sowell's a conservative intellectual in America. He's in his 90s and I think he's still writing books. But what he does is teaches you how to think, how to avoid what the headline is, to think slightly differently. So I'm going to be talking a bit about people who have inspired me in those respects to write this kind of stuff. And a lot of the kind of philosophical beliefs that I've now applied to today. So I reckon we'll probably have about maybe 4 songs on that, because it's not as easy as you think. You might have an opinion on something, and it might be my opinion, but it's not the opinion of the band. So what you have to do is still get the subject matter in and sing about that subject without taking a position on it. So if something's all over the news, I have a tendency to always look at the corollary view and have a look at what someone else would say about that accepted mainstream narrative. So I think that's quite a meaty section coming up. Then we're going to go on to current work, what we're currently working on. There's quite a lot. We are busy. We've got a song file for the next album is practically written. 4 songs, 5 songs are practically nearly there. We've got another 5 songs that are very, very, very difficult working through. Once a week band practice, that's tonight. Can't wait to go. Then we're going to look at future projects. Once you've written 2 albums, obviously everyone says the second album's the most difficult, but I found that was not to be, because from the original kicking in the door with Unsafe Spaces, Heroes and Bad Actors is more of a nuanced kind of, a little bit more mysterious, less obvious if you like. Obviously Unsafe Spaces, bang, doorbust off its hinges, here we are. Second album, a little bit cleverer, a lot better. We've developed as musicians and that's reflected. So looking to the future, what's the third album going to hold? That's kind of a big thing, especially when you realise the first album's only just come out now. And then I'm going to do a project on that album. By then, I'm sure after all this time that the third album will be well underway. So if you could like, subscribe, share the video, much appreciated. That concludes the abandoned songs until we've got another load of abandoned songs from the next album. But thanks very much for listening. Thanks a lot for your support. Thanks for all the emails you're sending me. It's much appreciated. And again, even if you think it's critical, even if you don't like me, send me an email telling me why. If anyone's got any ideas of what you'd like me to cover, I'm more than happy to have a go at that. Obviously, if there's any guests, anybody out there that you think I should interview, anybody else doing what we're doing, obviously there's not many people that approach this business in the way I'm doing. So ultimately, anybody that you think should be worth an interview, I drive a hell of a lot of miles with my work, so it's no trouble to pop in and see somebody. These things are unscripted, on the whole they're unscripted, but yeah, so we'll see. So anything you've got, chuck it at me and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, thanks again, bye.